grand idea. Keep up with the chat.
Okay,
Take care of that. We overlooked some shit last week. Our bad. Good morning, everybody. Evening. Sorry. I'm used to the PM lives.
Past your bedtime. No, that's pretty bad, 8 o'clock.
Hey, we're usually up there right now. Like, come on, Taylor, let's be wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Time to go to bed.
I say go to bed. I usually stay on my phone forever, but
3 o'clock at night, I'm sitting there seeing flashes of TikToks out the corner of my eye.
that's the only time I get to do like actually sit down and do something. So.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Rough. Yeah. We was talking right before we started. Our son was in here and we was talking about nowadays how kids are, like what one would do if they got egged. Did you ever get egged?
No.
I got egged.
Oh yeah, it'd be bad. Or toilet papered. Is that the right term?
I think in snowflakes now they probably just send you a text with a frowny face on it.
Yeah. I'm calling the cops. Put an egg on me.
I'm filing charges.
Kids are so soft nowadays.
Soft, like butter, ain't they? Butter.
I don't think it's the parents. It's more of the culture and society. I don't know. It's awful how stuff is nowadays.
I did some egging. We had a cop car one night.
Oh yeah.
Cause like we was way up on the top of this cliff, right? And the cars were going down underneath. And like to hit the car, you had to lob it when you heard the damn thing coming. You know what I'm saying? You had to time it. And so you didn't get a good look at the car. And before it even hit, I told my buddy, I said, damn.
That's a cop car.
It's a cop car. Doosh. Man, that shit stopped and he got out. He was pissed. And he's looking around and we're starting to run and he can hear us in the woods, but can't make it up that cliff. So he tries to catch us coming out the backside of it. Too smart for that shit too. We just stayed in the woods for like 4 hours to make sure coast was clear.
Yeah.
Little story for y'all this evening.
Not me. You and me. See me doing that. That's goody.
Yeah. So I put out a video today. We'll start with this, and everybody's pissed off. How could you say stuff about the babysitter? I'm going to tell it like I see it.
So do that. Yep.
And I'm going to use a few examples of things that I just do not agree with. And, you know, if you are a big fan of hers and think she's the greatest thing since sliced bread, more power to you.
Just let them know. Well, I guess everybody knows who we're talking about.
We're talking about Quinton Simons Babysitter.
Yeah, he's a 2-year-old that went missing last week.
Yeah.
In his mother's house. Well, mother and grandmother. Last seen at 6
in the morning. And today was actually a week.
Right.
This morning it's been a week since he's been missing.
Yeah. He normally goes to the babysitter. They call the actual mom's boyfriend text the babysitter, said they wouldn't be there. Her kids, they got more than one. They didn't really say why. But
yeah, just said she says that like she goes and picks them up between 5:30 and 6, so they was getting to her before she got there.
Right.
Which is suspicious as hell. And just for the record, I think it's the parents probably did something too. The mom. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm tired of seeing people come on YouTube
and stick their nose and stuff
and tell us tons of horrible shit that they've seen. And I'm just supposed to sit back and be like, all right, thanks for telling us. Great job.
After the fact.
You might have mentioned that to CPS or the cops a little earlier, and he wouldn't even be missing. Right. But instead, she documented everything. Yeah. All she talks about is, I got it recording. I can back it up. I got screenshots. I got this. I got that. It sounds like to me she's covering her ass. Like she sees that it's wrong what's going on with this kid, and she's going to make sure this shit don't come back to her.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. If I'm wrong, I am so I'm not sorry, because I still say she should have reported the shit, and she's really playing up her 15 minutes.
Right.
She went on Ziggy's, didn't even know who Ziggy was.
Yeah. We watched the interview.
Went through a whole long thing with Ziggy. And, Ziggy, more power to her for getting her to, tell her stuff. Good job. But she didn't even know she was.
Yeah.
At the end of it, she's like, hey, let me, how can I find you? Who are you? What's your name? I was like, so some YouTuber called her up and was like, hey, let's talk about Quinton and, what's going on. Okay.
I don't know. I wouldn't be sharing that much info. If the law enforcement came to me, I would give them everything I knew, but I wouldn't be out on social media just spilling it all.
I personally would tell law enforcement everything I knew and ask them if I shared anything, would it hurt the case? If it would, I'd keep my damn mouth shut until Quinton's found and somebody's ass is in jail. That's just me.
Right.
But people keep throwing in the comments, she called DCFS. Well, I'm just going to play you this. You tell me.
The more I seen a lot of stuff, and I was concerned.
No, I did not call DFAX.
Every text, every conversation.
She calls it DFAX, and it's the Department of Family and Child Services. I worked it out. I've never heard it called that before, but she calls it DFAX. What did she just say? I never called Department of Family and Child Services.
What's it called? Family and Child.
So now she's saying she did. Well, then okay. I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense to me. It just don't.
Nope.
And there's a lot of people mad because they think that this woman is the greatest thing since sliced bread. I think she's overplaying her damn 5 minutes, if you ask me. Here, I got more clips too. I'm just gonna go ahead and play another one too.
Well, somebody said DFAX. Tell them that abbreviation again. Somebody's asking. I don't know if they heard you.
Department of Family and Child Services. She calls it DFAX.
CPS probably same kind of.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That doesn't watch them. That numerous people have seen. That they're bruised. They're dirty. And there's plenty of evidence of this. You tell me what you think.
I think my ass would have took some of that evidence to the cops when I seen a belt bruise on a 20-month-old kid.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be telling y'all about it on YouTube. And to be completely honest, I'd have probably whipped his ass. I might have took a shot at Grandma. I don't know.
She said she told Grandma, but I don't think nothing's done.
What I wouldn't have done was text Grandma and tell her and her blow it off.
Yeah.
And she says that happened a couple times. I damn sure that would have been the last thing I'd have done.
Yeah, maybe try once.
How you know Grandma ain't in on the shit?
Grandma still keeps on blowing it off.
How you know Grandma ain't doing it?
Right. Who knows?
You don't.
Right.
But you're not reporting it. Well, you're reporting it to Grandma. So, everybody else can think this woman's the same. I just don't see it. I don't. I really don't. Do you?
What? Think she's the same?
Yeah.
No. She's okay. No.
And,
I'm not gonna sit there and be mean to her, but if she's done some wrong, like say some mean stuff about her, she's done some wrong stuff. Like she should have took action way before what she's doing now. So I agree with you that part I can't talk tonight. So
I agree. I think she's a media hound.
Well,
she starts every Facebook Live she does with, I know this ain't my place and I shouldn't be speaking, but
yeah.
I've seen 2 of those. there's the Ziggy interview, and I'm sure there's more.
Already.
I ain't looked because I seen enough to tell me everything I needed to know.
Well, she kept on saying, I have to get on here to explain this. I didn't want to do this, but I gotta explain what I'm talking about. You know, she kept on saying that at the very beginning of everything she says. So.
And 40 minutes of her Facebook Live or her talking smack about grandma and grandma coming in her house and this and that. And then every 10 minutes or so she'll say, but this is all about Quinton.
No, it's not.
You never showed a picture of Quinton, nothing.
Yeah. The focus, it's like 7 days into the case. The focus should be on finding that little boy. It shouldn't be on social media. You know, this is a crucial time. You know, they need to be looking for him.
I'm a pro. I'll give him some FaceTime.
He could still be out there. I wish the best. I have the bad feeling, though.
I have a bad feeling, too, because the little guy has been gone for a week. And he's 20 months old. He's little as he can be. Even if he hadn't run into anybody else, he couldn't have made it by himself for a week, I don't think.
Not far, yeah. Yep.
You know?
And they're saying, well, the mom said she thought he was abducted because the door was open. You know, she has 2 more kids, you know. Why'd they pick him? You know, I was wondering that also.
I don't know that he wasn't abducted. I'm not saying that either, you know. They say there was lots of stories about seeing him outside unattended.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
The little guy may have made it outside and he got grabbed. Any way you look at it, I don't see how mom and dad shouldn't be in jail for losing him. I'm getting tired of this shit.
Yeah. It's the parents' responsibility. But the thing is also, they didn't have custody of those kids. It was grandma. Grandma had custody of the kids. So grandma should have been there, my opinion, should be watching the kids. She shouldn't be letting daughter handle them. You know, if she lost custody, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
So she might get in trouble for that. I'm not saying anything bad about her. I'm just saying, I'm sure she had to work, you know. She had a job, but the courts pit.
The babysitter did report to DFACS as well as other neighbors.
Is that who said that? Somebody in the chat.
Yeah.
The more I seen a lot of stuff, and I was concerned.
No, I did not call DFACS.
Every text, every conversation.
I had the whole thing. I could cut it up and repeat it 30 times and play the first minute before that and after that. She just said, I did not call DFACS. I don't know why everybody is. She may be saying that now, but that's not what she said. And I'm thinking there's probably been other people like me think you're full of shit for not calling them.
Now she changed.
And now she's changed her damn story. That's edited because she rambles so much. But she says she never called DFACS as she calls it.
Yeah.
She says it. I mean, I don't know how much more proof you want. Now, if she's changing her story now, that's one thing.
That was one of the original interviews that she did.
That was her own Facebook Live.
Mm-hmm.
And she herself says that. And I don't see how everybody wants to argue. Then if that's what if you're saying that she said this on something else,
she's saying
she's lying.
Yeah, there's 2 different stories.
That's not on me. I showed I showed the proof. Did I not?
Mm-hmm.
I even slowed it down. I did not call DFACS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Voiced over it or what? You have the original.
It's slow mo. That's not voiced over shit. It's in slow mo.
Okay.
She says that exact thing. There's nothing off about it.
Y'all can go. What is it on Facebook Live?
It's on our Facebook Live. Watch the whole thing. Go to it.
Yeah.
That's where I found it. If you don't believe me, go watch it. Watch the whole thing, front to end.
Yeah.
She says it, and she never once in all of that ever says she did. That's the only time I hear her refer to it, is she says she didn't. So
Yeah.
play it
Whatever.
again. I'll play it again for y'all. All I did was hit slow mo.
The more I seen a lot of stuff, and I was concerned.
No, I did not call you that.
Every text, every conversation.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Mary says, hey, Joel and Brittany. I totally 100% agree with y'all. It gives me bad feelings.
Thank you, Mary. And like I said, I'm not saying the woman is the worst person on the planet,
No.
because we've seen plenty of her. There's one that lives in Hawkins County. Her name's Jody Sue. She does the same shit. Man, I seen cats cut in half and sewn back together. I seen people sharing, I seen all this. And you think by you regurgitating that, telling us what you've seen, doesn't make you a bad person for not stepping in and fucking doing something.
Yeah. Or, she might have made a mistake and try to give them another chance, and didn't want to call on them, but she could come forth and say that,
If
she
a kid
could say,
gets beat
I
with
really,
a belt
right.
one time,
Right.
there are no other chances. A
saying,
20-month-old with belt marks on his neck and his body.
She could have come forth and said that instead of lying, is what I'm saying.
That's it. That's the line for me.
Right. But that's all I'm saying. If she didn't want to come out and lie, she could have said that. Didn't get judged, but not lie. Not lie about it. Somebody said that
Let me tell you what she is worried about. Let me show you that. Y'all want to know what she's worried about?
Hey, when I called the police today on her, because I was going to press charges, you can't just bust in someone's house, and I'm still going to do it. I'm calling a lawyer Monday morning.
That's her going off about. Now, I'm not saying what Grandma did was right. Grandma busted her house and said, you stole the baby, whatever. Yeah, that's wrong. Okay. But that's all she talks about. She never talks about Quinton. In 40 minutes, it's basically 40 minutes of that shit. And she goes to tell us all the stuff Billy Joe's done and all this. And it's just, it's grandstanding nonsense. And she says she's going to go to the police, file a report, and get her a lawyer. The only reason you get a lawyer is to sue somebody. So apparently she's going to sue the grandma of a missing child for storming in and basically being loud with her, because she says she never hit her. She never put her hands on her. She just tried to get the phone. Now that's going to be resources looking into that bullshit that ain't looking into where is Quinton. I'm waiting for somebody else to defend her, because I don't see it, man. I'm sorry. And that really gets to me. The grandma didn't hurt her. She didn't do nothing but scream at her and cuss her.
right.
I wouldn't be worrying about suing somebody over that. I'd be worrying about police being able to look for Quinton, not worrying about them having to serve papers to you or her over some bullshit.
Yeah. Which I think other people saying, yeah, she did, that wasn't right to do, but she should have just came forth and said she made a mistake. She shouldn't be out there.
Exactly.
Rambling on over nonsense. All that does is take the focus away from the case and puts attention on her, not.
I'm sorry. I just think suing people's petty. I don't like that shit. I don't believe in it. If somebody spurns me and I am mad, the first thing my mind goes to is not, I'm going to sue that ass. I just find people that are quick to threaten to sue and get lawyers and all that. I don't like people like that.
No.
I think it's bad character.
Right.
Personally.
I think one of the comments, they said they had the cameras and the sensors and the back door open between 2 and 5. I don't know if that's accurate, but I hadn't heard that. That's interesting if that's true. It was the brother that said that.
You know, and she says, the babysitter says that her husband left for work at 7:30.
Right.
Well, the boyfriend said he last seen him at 6, and the mom says she knows he was missing at 9. 7:30 is directly in the center of that. I just think that's a weird coincidence, right? She says when her husband left for work, it was 7:30. So, according to them, I mean, it's a possibility. You can't just say they did something. If you're looking at possibilities, that's got to be a possibility. People got mad over that. Get mad. I don't care.
Right.
I'm over it.
I don't know if the husband would have done anything.
I'm not saying he did. Did I say that? No.
Why are you getting all defensive with me?
Because that's what people act like is how you're acting. I'm not. I never said the husband said anything.
Yeah, just sharing my
It's
opinion. So people have different opinions.
Because I've been reading comments and it gets to me.
Well, calm down. It's okay.
I told you to do them and I wouldn't do them anymore, and my life would be easy and you won't do it.
Well, sometimes people think differently.
I just can't. This keeps happening though. It seems like to me, people like her, and I'm telling you, to me, this is really close to the same thing that Joby Sue did. Was talk about all this evil shit they seen, and put it out there and be on YouTube and do all this and that, and not think that they look bad when they should have been stopping that. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, this case has already got drama in it, so taking focus away from
Yeah, and that's the last time I'm going to talk about her, because I don't think she had shit to do with it.
No, she's just poking her nose into stuff that I want to be poked into, I guess.
Yeah.
Really.
She's going for her 10 minutes.
And
5 minutes. How she's trying to stretch
right.
it though.
She does come forward and let us know more about the kids and stuff and the family and everything, but it's from her point of view. Who knows,
Well, her credibility's not great with me, knowing all that shit was going on.
How she says, I feel sorry for the kids. But I don't know.
Oh, I definitely feel sorry for the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, Quinton's missing, so apparently something bad's going on.
Yeah. The mom apparently on drugs. The mom has said that, her mom, the grandma of the kids, and the babysitter, and she's 22, has 3 kids. That's a handful in itself right there.
And I ain't trying to disregard what grandma did, but if you think about it, she's gotten custody of him. She's out of town working. She comes back and he's gone. That's what she knows, right? She ain't gonna want to think her daughter definitely did it, and maybe she just went off the rails a little bit with the babysitter, but she didn't attack her. I can kind of understand it, because the grandma in this situation's in a tough spot. You got to admit, it's her daughter who's probably done something wrong, and she kind of probably knows that, but nobody wants to be put in a situation like that.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And I feel like grandma's not in on whatever happened.
No.
So, she wasn't there. She lost her cool. I kind of get it, man.
Yeah. Canadian Cookie said, but the babysitter was canceled 5:30 a.m., which was not normal. So I'm thinking something already happened. I agree. And
Yeah.
it might have already happened like the day before. Who knows? Or that evening. I'm just saying. I don't know the last time anybody actually seen him.
See, and I think I heard her mention at one point the day before, maybe. But I can't swear to it.
Right. And I'm sure the grandma is feeling bad too, because she had custody of him, supposed to be watching over him, and left him there with the daughter. And they pit those kids in her custody for a reason.
Right.
So.
And I want to show something too while we're still on that. Okay. I did some homework today after I got a comment about this, and it's about hold on, y'all, give me a second. I'm working on it. It's about mandated reporter. Okay. It's like, was it really mean to be a mandated reporter? And what is a mandated reporter? A mandated reporter is a person who, because of his or her profession, is legally required to report any suspicion of child abuse or neglect to the relevant authorities. These laws are in place to prevent children from being abused and to end any possible abuse or neglect at. Oh shit, I cut the bottom off of it. But anyway, you get the idea, right? And that's where, because somebody had brought it up to me that she could be in trouble in the state of Georgia. The law about mandated reporters includes babysitters.
Right. Yeah.
And I've looked into this quite a bit just to see. And well, now here is the comment. She said she should have called the police and reported belt marks on Quinton as soon as she saw it. At the very least, she should have photographed the marks and sent CPS a copy. Sounds like many people were silent about the true conditions the children were subject to. She actually broke the law by not reporting the belt marks as she was employed as a caregiver. Mandatory reporters in Georgia include, but are not limited to, faculty, teachers, administrators, counselors, social workers, psychologists, law enforcement personnel, and other persons who participate in providing care, treatment, educating, training, supervision, coaching, counseling, recreational programs, or shelter to minors.
So that's pretty much everybody that is over a child.
Right.
That, yeah. So that's anybody that's, adult that has contact with that child.
And I've looked into it a lot. Okay. Now, I don't want to give a final judgment on this because I'm not positive.
Right.
But I almost think she is not included in that because a lot of that has to do with companies that, like daycare places, like people like that. And I can't find exactly where it says babysitter.
Yeah, we had a hard time finding that. Single mom before said, but the state of Tennessee, it doesn't matter who you are. Everybody's a mandated reporter. See, we tried to find that in her state, but we couldn't find that. Could we?
See, then if that's the truth, then I don't see why some people ain't having to explain some shit in Hawkins County.
Yeah, definitely.
And I want y'all to think about this too. I think it gets skipped over a little bit. Thank you, Truth Fairy. Have you seen the video of grandma and babysitter argument? No, I haven't.
Was that when?
She said she filmed it. Her daughter was filming it, and
broke into the house or went into the house. I seen it. Yeah, it's kind of messed up, cussing and everything else. It wasn't great.
And like I said, I'm not taking up for the woman, but I can kind of understand.
She come back, no grandson, kind of frantic,
and really no son.
Yeah.
If you
right,
but
that's no excuse. But I could see where her mind is, trying to.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'll tell you that if I come back and I really didn't know, and she don't really know, she wasn't there, I'm liable to flip out on people too.
Maybe the daughter told her, hey,
I think flipping out's a more honest reaction, in my opinion, than a lot of the reactions we get from people. Yeah. Don't you?
Yeah, the daughter's
flipping out is normal to me.
I could see the daughter blaming it on the babysitter when she come back, try to, deflect off from her.
Oh, sure.
I could see that. Maybe, grandma got mad, went over there and talked to the babysitter. So.
No, we don't know exactly what the situation was, but
well, the parents are guilty of not watching them. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think anytime you lose a 20-month-old, that's on you.
Yeah, I have a pretty good feeling they did have something to do. They weren't watching him. He got hurt, and something happened. In my opinion. Which is, I think that's so too. The feeling I get.
Because I think when they sent the text message, right, that said, we didn't need you today, I think that just screamed he was already gone.
Yeah, it does. Definitely.
And they wasn't going to be able to explain
where he was.
Where he was,
Yep, definitely.
I think, don't you?
Yeah, somebody said that in the chat, and it was a good point. So I agree. And it's very strange. Even if she didn't work, she still babysitted the kids.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense. And the babysitter was saying too, like she would have the kids, and they would be home over there, and she could see them home doing nothing, and she's babysitting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not defending any of them people because I really think the daughter and the boyfriend, I think they gotta know.
Yeah.
And if not, they wasn't doing their damn jobs and let him get away. Either way, shit's on y'all.
Yeah. Poor grandma in a bad situation. Your daughter has 3 kids.
Yeah.
No money, on drugs.
And that house is big. It looks kind of nice. Grandma's probably paying for all of that.
Yeah. I was asking him, what would you do if that was our kid? And, CPS come and get them, or you have to take care of them. I guess you would have to take care of them,
You'd have to. There's no way I could let my grandkid go into CPS custody.
Right.
That
puts her.
But I tell you what, when it comes to the point, I have to take. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right. I'm going to love the kid and everything. I'm going to kick my son so far in his ass.
I'm going to kick him out.
They're gone. You ain't living there 5 seconds of when it's my custody, because I ain't having my kid around a bunch of shitheads.
No,
Poof.
Even 2, 3, 4 years old, that ruins the kid for life. If they remember, You can't have that stuff around them. So.
I ain't gonna have addicts and child abusers around my child. Ain't happening.
Nope.
But I kind of feel for her and think, how hard would it be to pay somebody to watch them if you're working all the time?
Yeah. Suzette said,
it's bad.
The babysitter was one to hold a vigil, and the grandmother thought it was a memorial, so she went over there and went off on her because she was saying he was.
See, that's what the babysitter keeps saying, but I just can't believe that it's not more than that.
Right.
Grandmom lost custody of her kids because she was in and out of jail. See, and that's another point I had is in the very first of my video I talk about, or I play where she's talking about grandma told her that, she had lost her kids and all this too. And then I was like, that's twice the reason you should have called CPS instead of texting grandma, because apparently her judgment sucks too if she lost her kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Just saying, only alerting grandma to shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Especially after the belt marks. That's all we're going to say about it. We good?
Yep. Poor little Quinton.
He's so cute too, man. He's little too. I think about somebody hitting him like that, and it just burns me up.
Why would you do that to a little baby? I know they're hard to take care of, but I would never think of hitting one.
No.
Maybe, saying no or something like that, but not sitting there hit with a belt. That's awful. And the babysitter says, you could kind of, I've read it, you could tell the mom's favorite kid wasn't him. It was the oldest one. So I don't know how true that is, but.
I've heard that a few times, it seems like.
Yeah. She might have not bonded with him, which is no excuse. I'm just saying.
There's Quinton. I like his name, don't you?
Yeah. And like you said, the boyfriend's not his dad, and that makes the percentage even greater of something happening in that household, right? What's the statistics on that?
Oh, when there's a non-biological male in the house?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like they're 5 times more at risk for something happening to them.
Not saying he had nothing to do with it, but it doesn't help anything, does it?
No, it does not. You know, and that's why these single mothers with these kids, man, you've got to watch who you let around your kids.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
there's a lot of sick dudes out there. I'm learning it more and more. If you watch Steve Wilkos, it's damn near
Yeah.
3 out of 5 days a week. It's about a sick dude.
Coming in and doing stuff to the kids. Awful.
And I'll tell you this, I wish Steve Wilkos watched my show. Steve, you're full of shit. You know the lie detector results way early.
Yeah.
Because you have never misjudged nobody yet.
Yeah, you can tell. We talk about that all the time.
I'm like, Steve's gotta know. Because it'll be somebody and I'll be like, I don't know. And Steve will be like,
Give them down the road or
Yeah.
be nice.
you're not sitting in my chair.
Yeah.
Steve won't let you sit in the chair if he thinks you're a punk.
Yeah, definitely.
Y'all ever watch Steve? Surely some.
I even I make a prediction before the lie detector. Half the time I'm wrong. Like they don't look like a sex or essay person, you know.
Yeah.
I'm about to say it, you know. So
Yeah. I get them pretty much everyone right.
I'm too nice of a person. I probably
Brandy's
I
too
don't know.
lenient on people. She gives people a chance.
yeah, I do.
Not me. Not me. If I think your ass is sketchy, you ain't getting no chance.
Probably 10 years ago, if I seen a guy like a normal looking guy walking down the street, I'd stop and give him a ride. I've done that before. I'm like, why in the hell would I ever do that now? But just trying to help somebody.
Well, when me and Brandy was first together, she used to run out of gas once, twice a week.
What?
It's the damnedest thing I ever seen. And you know, Brandy never walked a quarter of a block. There would be some dude with a gas can. Boosh. I guess why you did it.
No,
I guess when you
Pick up guys, yeah.
when you're a woman, you can just be like, hey, if I run out of gas, somebody will go get me some. I wish it was like that with dudes.
That's kind of dangerous though too, if you think about it.
Yeah, she done it all the time too. Didn't
Not
you?
all the time.
You had a spell.
For a while, yeah.
You had a bad run. I'm not giving you hell. I'm just saying you put yourself in danger doing
Probably,
that.
yeah.
Once you come up missing, man.
I try to help people, and I don't know. Sometimes I put myself in a bad situation. Probably, I've never had nothing happen. Knock on wood. But
Yeah.
I won't do a lot of stuff I've done before, helping people.
Well, I wish you wouldn't. Not when I'm not with you, because there's just too many. You just can't trust people. If it's somebody you don't think you could whip their ass, if it gets out of hand, don't do it.
It's hard meeting like a genuine person. You know what I mean? I try to make friends, and they're usually they want to use you. So it's just awful out there nowadays. I swear.
We're going to talk about Kaylee for a minute. This is Kaylee Jones. She is now 17. Right?
Mm-hmm. Superhero said she's from Arkansas. No self-respected man leaves any woman on the side of the road. So definitely.
I wouldn't either, but
I've had, when my tire came off the rim, I had this nice nice guy stop to help
tire
me.
didn't come off the rim.
Oh, the rim
tire came off the car.
The whole tire came off the car. I had a nice guy stop and help me, but he brought his wife with me. Brought the wife. He was acting all weird, like the wife had to be there to make sure there's nothing going on funny. I don't know. It was just weird, the whole situation. I was glad to get out of that situation.
Yeah.
So he did help me. So.
And she calls me and she's like, oh, you got to come. The wheel fell off. I was like, what the hell you mean the wheel fell off?
The whole wheel.
The wheel come off the car. I said, oh, shit. And this was like 30 minutes from the house. By the time I got there, dude already had the shit fixed. I got there to watch him tighten that last lug nut up. I was like, thank you, bro.
I'm like, there's no way I'm getting out and like fixing this shit. My tire is all the way over there. I had to pull over real fast.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could drive with 4 lug nuts instead of 5 or 3 until I got home. So.
But listen, Kaylee Jones, she's the one whose parents just come off awkward. I don't think these parents have nothing to do with it. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people seem to think they act a little suspicious. I'm gonna play y'all a little clip
They do.
and see what you guys think about this. Now, these are parents of a missing child.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Brenda. How are you?
I'm here. I'm here. And so is my husband, Danny.
Hi, good
Hi,
afternoon.
Danny.
Hi, Danny.
So why don't you guys tell us a little bit about Kaylee?
Yeah, sorry. She's a girl. Sorry.
That's all he says too forever.
Yeah,
That's
big
weird.
long pause after that. I don't know. And the whole interview's kind of like that.
Yeah. This is
Bubbly, giggly, loosey goosey.
I get a bad
It
feeling.
either tells me they're not that upset about it,
Yeah. That she's gone.
or I don't know.
They're just cuckoo in the head laughing like that. So.
And that is old. That was like a month after she went missing, I think. Or it may not have been that long. It was right in that area, I think. I mean,
like he said, they might have not done anything or had anything to do with it, but I get the feeling like they don't care she's gone. You know, I have to act like I'm caring, but she's a lot of trouble. They even said they wish they didn't adopt her if they had to do it over again.
they said that, and I tried to find that clip, but I didn't have time.
Yeah.
And I know I've heard it. I can't remember what I heard it on, though.
Yeah.
Because me and you both, as soon as they said that, we just looked at each other like, what?
You don't say that.
Because they did say that.
Yeah. This case needs attention too. Y'all probably heard of talk about it before. We talk about it a lot, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's just a runaway. If anything, she was
I
lured
think
out.
she met somebody online
Yeah.
and they lured her out.
Yeah.
I really do.
And who knows where she at? Where is she is now? I can't talk. Where's she's at now? There we go.
But like I said, the parents, they talk a lot about getting harassed online and bullied and stuff like that. And I don't know. I think it's a bad look to use your time on Nancy Grace to talk about you being bullied instead of where's my daughter.
Yeah.
And you know, we talked about this last time, but they asked, you know, what was going on, and they were like, these people are threatening
Our lives, almost. I don't know if they said that, but
to search for Kaylee.
they're gonna come on our property.
They never talked about threatening their lives. They
No.
said they're threatening to come on our property and search for Kaylee.
They keep on harassing us. They call and ask for a birthday.
If my kid was missing and you told me, hey, we're coming and searching your property, I'd be like, oh, thank God.
Hell yeah.
I want to
Come
make sure I didn't miss nothing. I'll be out there when you get here. I'm on the 3rd acre. I've got a piece of string and I'm walking in 1-foot circles around this tree.
Yeah.
And sweeping the damn thing.
I'll have y'all some water here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
something to drink.
We'll have refreshments. Hell, you want a brew? Come on over.
After we find
As long as you can search.
Yeah.
You can search and drink brew. We're cool. Whatever, man. I'm just saying, it's so
The
odd
push away help.
to feel like the big threat to you is people will come and search for your missing child.
Yeah. Then they get defensive because somebody called and asked her birthday, and it's on the flyer already.
Yeah, they act like that was just crazy.
That's harassment. So.
And then there's this.
Besides the autism, she is bipolar. They haven't diagnosed it, but they don't want to, you know, her age, this and that. But it's genetic / hereditary. It's very certain from, you know, research and stuff that Brenda has done, my wife.
A lot of people think that's weird.
They keep on forcing forcing the fact that she's bipolar, even if the doctor hasn't diagnosed her. That's what we think she is. So she is.
People feel like they're trying to push this narrative that she's bipolar. And they give the reason she hasn't been diagnosed as her age.
Right.
I don't see why you couldn't diagnose somebody in their teens as bipolar, and I'm sure it happens.
Oh yeah, I'm sure too. So
I didn't really get that.
I don't know why they're pushing it. Like, what does that have to do with anything, really?
Yeah. Well, we know she wasn't on medication for being bipolar. She was on medication for autism. And that's a problem. You know, I just don't understand why you bring up you think she was bipolar.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know, saying something about her mental state. You know, I don't know. It don't make sense to me.
And like I said, I really feel like if what they've told us is true about her communicating online with these strangers and these other people, which is what the parents say, I feel like there's a good chance.
Thank you, Versi Dorset. Did I say your name right? Did I say your name right? Versi Dorset?
Versi DeRossi.
DeRossi. I thought it was Dorset.
I'm the only one who can pronounce it right.
DeRossi.
Thank you, Versi.
Am I saying it wrong? Is he saying it right? I don't know.
Versi.
Dorset.
DeRossi.
DeRossi. Thank you. Very kind.
Where was I at?
Talking about the mental state, them trying to self-diagnose her, and somebody, there's people in chat stating that, you can be diagnosed when you're young like that.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Mary said that too. Anything in your teens, you can be diagnosed. Yeah, because a lot of kids they have tests out there and everything else to diagnose you.
All I hear from them is we do not care wherever she is. Did she maybe hook up with biological family members? I'm sure they looked into that. Yeah, I'm thinking they probably looked into that too.
I was thinking the birth mom. I think she met her before, but not, I don't think she is very close to her, so I don't know. I'm sure they've checked that out. That's probably one of the first things they mark off the list,
Yeah.
So.
Thank you, Sparker.
Oh, thank you. Sparker, did I say that right? I hope. That's an easy one.
I know, man. We got a lot of new people. Me and Brandy didn't want to toot our own horn and make a big deal of it, but we did hit 7K.
Yay.
Just the other day. But we're only like 10 above it, so I wasn't even going to mention it because your shit can fluctuate, and I don't want to feel like a poser, you know what I'm saying? But we are so pumped, and I've been seeing a lot of people lately that I haven't seen before. And I'm telling you, y'all hang out, you like it.
Yeah.
We'll learn your names.
Yeah, we will. And thank you for everybody that's been here the whole time.
Yes, every one of you.
We wouldn't be here without y'all. That's why we got a job.
That's right.
A gig, I guess you call it.
Yes, I had a gig.
A hustle.
Hello, I miss you too. Haven't had time to watch much. Sorry, Arabian Horses forever. I remember you.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yep. Hopefully, wintertime, getting colder, a lot of people will be inside more, maybe get to watch us a little bit more. We think whoever can watch us anytime, whenever y'all get a chance.
Yeah, we try to mix it up because we know there's like people that can't watch the morning ones.
Right.
And there are so many people that watch the replay. It's so nice of you guys. Right. That helps us out a lot when people watch the replay.
All right.
And we appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Yeah.
Where was we at?
Oh, everybody's saying congratulations. Thank you, guys. If y'all haven't subscribed, though, please subscribe if you're new.
Yeah.
And hit the like button.
New here. What case are y'all talking about? We went over Quinton's Babysitter in the beginning. Now we've kind of went over the stuff with Kaylee. I just want to give everybody a taste of what people are talking about.
Yeah. Kaylee Jones.
Because a lot of people were talking about the parents and how they've acted and stuff they've said and stuff like that. So I played a couple samples, and I think it's pretty representative of how they are. They do not seem extremely tore up, but I'm not going to say I think they had anything to do with it.
Yeah. we're trying to focus more on Kylie and Quinton. You know, there is a lot of coverage on Kylie.
You got it backward. We're trying to.
There you go.
We're trying to focus on
I get them mixed up
Kaylee and Quinton, and
because
of course Summer. We always are. I look every day to see if there's anything new or you know any. Sometimes I get emails that ask, "Hey, have you ever thought about?" And I'm like, ah.
yeah.
So I mean, all the time. We'll never be off of that, but we're trying to help other cases get attention.
And Kylie Rodney, I know a lot of people covering it, but you know, she's already found, which it's awful, but these kids are still out there, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And if you want to find out stuff on her, you will not have a hard time.
No, it's everywhere.
Everywhere.
And I hope she gets justice. We talk about that also.
Yeah. Yeah, and we have opinions on that too. I made a video about it the other day. I made two. I made one where I think the cops just screwed it up so horribly. Then I can't remember what the other one was about. Oh, the other one was about, I think, the fact that they're delaying the results of the autopsy and all that. Well, I think it means to me they don't think this is an accident. Because if they did, they'd go ahead and put that shit out to squash it.
Right.
I think.
They got evidence. I'm hoping it's that ride assistant guy. Is that how you say it? Road assistant guy video, maybe.
Yeah.
So
there's something there.
Yeah, I think so too. And we were talking about the video circulating now of her going in the water. You know, I don't know. I just don't know about it.
I don't 100% know.
And the Debbie Collier case we've been talking about, it's a strange case, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
Here's what we're going to talk about now, though, because, and you guys can't blame me if you don't like the results of this, because it didn't let me vote.
Right.
This is what you guys had to say, and this ain't exactly up to the second. I just cut it out so we'd have it ready for you guys to see earlier. But this is with over 1,000 votes already. This is what it come down to. What does Don go for first upon release from jail? 30% said Candace.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be like, Candace,
baby.
Shit.
Been so long.
Missed you, girl.
Let's get it on. No.
I could hear the Luther Vandross and the Barry White.
That's what I was thinking, dude. Let's have us a beer.
Well, it's funny you would say that. 50% think that's what he's going for before Candace. A beverage.
Don, don't do it.
I used a bottle of R&R in the illustration because that's Don's favorite, as we know from the clips from the arrest night. That's what he was on. He was drinking him some rest and relaxation.
Don, if you're listening, this is a good chance, though. You get out of jail, you're clean. Do not get a beverage.
Yes, Don. Please. Yes. And, yes, I will agree with that also.
Very good example.
Make us wrong, because half of us think that's exactly how it's going to go down.
Yeah.
10% think he ain't going to want Candace or a drink. He's going to be like, let's roll that beautiful YouTube footage.
Making his rounds. So.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll go to Beanie. Somebody said, I think what he's going to do is he's going to pick him up a 6-pack on his way to Beanie's to ask where Candace is. I was like, that could happen.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
9% said church.
I'm sure he'll be talking about church.
Hopefully it is church.
What's your prediction?
I hope it's not a beverage or YouTube or Candace. I hope it is church.
Yeah, that's the best case scenario.
He walks into church and he's like, God, please forgive me. And
maybe it's done him good to be in jail, have a clear mind, think about everything. Because really, that's all you can do there, sit and think.
Yeah, see, people have said that, but I'm telling you what, Don ain't no rookie in jail.
No, and
Don's making toilet wine.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably like, Don's probably like selling that shit on.
Yeah. When you're in your 50s, late 50s, and you're still doing the same old thing, I don't know if you'll change. I hope you do, but you know.
I bet Don give you a tattoo with a big pen
He's probably
and a
afraid.
tape recorder.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Bet you he'd light you a cigarette with shit that it'd blow MacGyver's mind. You know?
Yeah. But I'm hoping we're all wrong and he comes out there and do good. He does good.
I do too. I hope he comes out and becomes a voice for Summer.
And the boys.
I'm hoping, yeah. I'm hoping while he was in there, he thought about it. And he's like, he's going to walk out. He like one day he was sitting there and he was in chow line. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden he just drops his tray and he was like, that shit don't make no sense.
That story Candace.
That story Candace told. When I get out, she's going to tell me what happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. Me too.
I don't know.
When does he get out? End of the month?
Yeah, the 30th.
We will find out.
18 days.
We will.
He's going to be out.
The good thing, it might bring Summer's case back in front of you too.
Oh,
Yeah.
all these people that ain't mentioned her have been off talking about every other person.
Right.
I guarantee you they'll have an update
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. Because poor little Summer, we don't want her case to go anywhere.
No, we do not.
She's still out there.
I don't know. I just wonder if he knows where Candace is. I find all that suspicious.
Oh, I think so. I think they're talking in jail. I'm sure they are. I'm sure she's putting money on his book.
You think so, but you don't know so.
I know. I have a good feeling. Probably.
You know?
Yeah. I have a strong feeling they're probably communicating. So.
Yeah, they probably are. I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying, you don't know though.
No, I don't.
I find it odd that she's not at the house. If they are,
Right.
Why ain't somebody there? And people have told me Donnie's got a new crib. They've sent me pictures and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't have time to queue them up for tonight. But they got me pictures. I have 90 pictures of this house. If it is Don's, then I'm going to know his layout. I could sneak in like a ninja on Dawn.
Maybe the bad memories at the other place. I don't want to go back. Who knows? That is weird because they don't pay payment or anything, and they own it. You know.
See, that's the wild part about it is I don't know.
Where's he
Like
getting-
our dream is to finish paying our house off. I damn sure ain't just gonna move.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a house payment.
Right.
It'd be crazy to give up not having to. Well, I don't know though. I always feel like like I said, I'm a sentimental fool. The parent of a missing child, I'd want to be there in case it found its way back
Mm-hmm.
for at least.
Till die.
Yeah, probably.
That'll be me.
You never know. You know, and you know, that brings me back to the Kylie Rodney thing about her mom, like not really being so nice about AWP is
Mm-hmm.
she could thank them for knowing where her daughter's at. And there are so many parents out there that would love
To know.
that and go 50 years to their grave and never find out.
I would definitely, if I was a parent, it would be hard, but I would rather know where my kid is, you know, than out there wondering. So,
Shit.
I agree. The chat's going wild.
Bots.
Oh no. Get out of here.
I got one, I think.
But they're gone. Somebody got them. Why do they always got to come in here?
We hadn't had him in a long time. I'll tell you what, Mr. You Know Who better not show his ass
I
up, or
hadn't
I'm
seen
going to
him.
know that's what's going on. Don't say it. Don't say it. If you say it 3 times, his ass will appear.
Y'all know who we're talking about, right?
I think most people know.
There's a rumor that Candace is back at Ben Hill. I haven't heard it. Who knows though? Fred said the lights were on last night on the hill.
Jesse said, sorry, I was giving my cat some treats. The bots must have knew it.
A house showed up in Donwell's name, and it looked like someone was moving in Kingsport.
And are you the person that sent me the pictures? I got pictures. I don't have them queued up for tonight. I'll show them to y'all later, maybe. I'll show them to y'all next time. Thought Don's heart is in Utah. He had to be taken there. Yeah, we all thought that, but that shit don't look like it's going to go down like that.
No, they made it look like that.
Now, I'll say this, and their asses better be right, because this is what they told me. Cracking Cases, our friends over at Cracking Cases say they found the law in Utah that says it becomes a civil matter after so many years.
Yeah, right.
So they wouldn't be coming to cuff him for that. They'd be suing him.
Right. And I'm sure Kim knows what he's talking about. I'm sure he researched it.
He swears up and down he researched it and he found that.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you what, it doesn't look like they're coming. We haven't heard anything. As far as we know, it doesn't look like it. And trust me, I'm not saying I want him to get away if he did that. I'm just being reasonable because I think some people's going to be like, when he steps out, they're going to be like, what?
And they'll be looking at somebody and saying, what were you talking about? You know, making you believe that.
Yeah, a lot of people's going to be questioning it because I know it was a sure thing, slam dunk at one point that Don was getting extradited.
Right.
And it ain't looking like that now. And I never said he was or he wasn't.
Right.
So don't come at this guy if he doesn't, you know, right?
Why did Candace pack a bag and tell Summer her little friend Summer was going away for a few days before Summer disappeared? I never heard that, but it might have happened.
I think that's Marlena's daughter who's they're talking about.
That whole situation.
Who knows, man? You know, it's hard to believe shit she says because
she likes.
She will do interviews for money.
Yeah.
You know,
that's the hard thing in this case is trying to find the truth for all the BS.
That's it.
There might be a little bit of truth with tons of BS. You know.
Here we go.
Somewhere under there's truth.
The statutes in Utah are very confusing, so I would not doubt he is not charged. Yeah. And I'm telling y'all, it's not looking good.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
And that's why, you know, we want to make it clear that we never, once you hear us say he was getting charged.
Right.
We just reported what was said.
Yeah.
And
not saying he's not guilty or he is guilty. We're just saying about the charges, you know. We've never said anything about it. Definitely somebody's done that. They need to be held accountable, you know.
You know, I would talk about Debbie Collier's case a little bit, but I don't think I've heard anything new lately.
Has anybody heard anything new? That case is very strange.
Oh, I'll tell y'all what I heard the other day. For those of you that know the Debbie Collier case, it's the missing mom. The daughter got a Venmo payment for a couple grand, and they found her. She was deceased and had
burn marks on her
stomach, and
the stuff that was near her they used. She was actually on camera buying from Family Dollar.
Yeah.
I think it was Family Dollar.
Shows her go in Family Dollar and buy all the stuff that's around her when they find her.
Yeah.
She's grasping a tree. The daughter and her boyfriend are suspicious looking as all get out.
Yeah. The girlfriend or the daughter's calling law enforcement all the time. Just trying to get information, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what it is too. I played her calls. I don't know if I erased them or not. I would play that one again for everybody.
My opinion, this is my opinion. This is the only thing that makes sense to me, which it might not be the case. But who would go in a store and buy your supplies that you're going to be killed with? I think it might have been the daughter dressed up as mom. I swear to God, she had a hat on. It makes sense to me, but who knows? Oh, man, I'm sure they've looked at that. I don't know if they can identify her either way, but
I erased that.
What, the video?
The her 911 calls. I got videos of them if y'all want to hear them though. And she acts weird.
I think the daughter had something to do with it, in my opinion. I don't know what, but.
Oh, but what I was going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I watched this woman. Her name's Linda. What's Linda's channel's name?
Linda, what is her name? She has a big old channel. She's pretty good. Linda, she's in Canada.
Y'all know Linda.
Oh, Linda. Yeah.
Linda was telling us. She said that the boyfriend, and I think I heard this somewhere else, the boyfriend was going to have to go to rehab to satisfy some charge or something, right? And the cost of the rehab for 6 months was damn near exactly what the Venmo was for.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the kicker. The rehab was close to where Debbie's body was found.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. It's a crime.
There you go. You knew.
Yeah.
It's a crime with Linda.
Now, if all that equals out, it's interesting, right?
Yeah, it is, definitely.
We know they have charges, and the daughter has charges from like back in the day, a lot. And they're domestic violence calls, a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, she's a victim. Sometimes she's the aggressor. And sometimes she's making the shit up because she also has a charge for lying about domestic violence.
It doesn't look good to her or about,
And she just got moved back 2 days before Debbie went missing. She was living in Maryland with her brother.
Yeah. And they heard fighting the day or two before, the neighbors. So that's not good. Daughter moves in and they're already fighting,
I tell you what, if something is happening to you and you think, I better send somebody all my money before they whack me, you're really putting a shadow on them.
Yeah.
That didn't make sense to me anyway.
That seems like a last minute thing, like frantic, what can I do,
Yeah, I mean, you're like, and if you can get that out, you can get out 911. Bitches got me kidnapped in Family Dollar.
Yep.
Doesn't make no sense.
That's why the Family Dollar don't make any sense to me. If she thought she was at risk or was going to be hurt or killed, I wouldn't have came out of that store. If they didn't walk in that store with me, I would not have left that store unless somebody called 911. Would you?
No, absolutely not.
No. So.
No. And I don't know why you would.
I'd be like, lock the doors. My daughter's out there going to kill me, threatening to kill me, So I'd be trying to get help. If you get back in the car with her and do what they say, once you leave that store, you're probably dead, So
I swear, I hate to be a conspiracy theorist, but I almost think there's a itty bitty part of me that thinks it ain't her in the film. Still.
Yeah, it might be. Who knows? I might be.
I just think of how much sense it would make if it wasn't, is what gets me. Rainey come up with that, and I was like, God, that would make so much
more sense, wouldn't it?
Because the order of events just makes no sense whatsoever. It'll blow your mind thinking about it.
Even she says that she was at Family Dollar. Remember the daughter? I think she was talking about a different time.
See, Tracy says, she said they're not going to let me go. Well, Linda thought about that also. Linda thinks that what she was saying is that she thinks that they were going to get the mom to pay for the rehab, possibly. And what she meant by that text was they're not going to let me pay for it or something to do with that. I think it's a possibility. I don't think it, because they've said it's not a kidnapping, so I don't think that means what people think it means. They're not going to let me go. I think it means something else. I don't think it has shit to do with
not kidnapping, but foul play.
I don't even know that. I think it could just be something like Linda was saying. She means they're not going to let her go in to pay for it, or they're something easy. And when she says they to the daughter, that tells me the daughter knows who she's talking
Mhm.
about.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say they, right, if she didn't know who you were talking about.
But what does Linda think happened to her? She
I
cried?
don't know if I made it to the end.
Oh.
It was long. Linda's winded sometimes. I'll tell you what, though, and that's why I'm giving her credit, telling y'all where we seen this, because I don't want her to think I'm snatching off of her. But I thought it made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And I would share it.
That whole case is crazy.
I like to share.
Yeah. Another crime, I'm sure y'all seen it, that family of 4 that was robbed in their business, taken and killed, and the baby was left there. That's awful.
I haven't seen it. You going out there on me. You should have told
Yeah,
me this before the show.
I told you the last 2 weeks about it. He won't look at it. I think it's awful. It's on film. You've seen it.
Man, I'm trying to concentrate on. I've been on Quinton lately, man. That's what I've been looking at.
I've told him about this case for a week or since it's happened, because it's really sad. I'm sure y'all know about it.
Plus, she was found not far from the rehab. Yeah, Brandon, that's what I was saying.
I'm just saying that one I was talking about, senseless crime. It's awful.
Somebody texted me just before this about 4 guys that are missing somewhere. I'm going to look into that, because there ain't nobody talking about 4 white dudes missing. And it's really weird, because like the guys' families, from what I did get to, were saying that they're not them type of dudes. You know, these are good, hardworking family men, and 4 of them are just poof, gone. I'm going to look into that too.
The California case, kidnapping and murder, was horrible. Yeah. Senseless crime.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes. Remember the family, they shot them and left the baby in the field to die. The 8-month-old baby.
Yeah, I do remember you telling me that.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible.
It was an employee that worked for him before, had disagreement, I guess. Senseless.
Yeah. There's a lot of it.
People get the devil in them, I think.
Let's do questions, comments for a little bit, and then we'll sign off.
Yeah.
If you want your comment read, throw it up. If you got a question, throw it up. If me and Brady can't answer it, the group can.
Somebody said the babysitter, they think she's mostly telling the truth. What do you think? What percentage? I'm gonna make them answer. 50.
I think most of it's the truth.
See,
I
think we all agree. We're just saying there's a lot about it that's not good. You know, she's seeking attention.
Yeah, she's seeking attention. Definitely, that's the part I don't like, and I don't like the
not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
When you found bruises and welts with a belt buckle bruise on his, where was it, on his face or on his neck? That's awful.
Yeah, it is. Hey, I'll just get in here. I'll catch up on replay what I missed. You look stunning tonight, Brandy.
Well, thank you. Who was that? I didn't see.
You did look hot tonight.
Thank you.
Well,
whoever that was, who was that?
4 men are missing from Omogee in Oklahoma around Tulsa. I'm pretty sure I am from Oklahoma. Okay, Sherry. Yeah, I'm going to look into it. I don't know if you're the one that told me about that, but I didn't have time to. It was right before I come on.
That sounds like an alien UFO ship to them, maybe. No, I'm just kidding.
Do y'all think she knows what happened to Quinton and is trying to cover her butt?
Well,
I don't know about that.
I don't know. You never know, but I don't know if she would risk risk lying for him. Maybe. Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I must say the exchange between the babysitter and the grandma was more passionate by a long shot as opposed to Michael Vaughn and Summer Wells' case parents at John Davis. Yes, I agree. That's what I was saying too earlier is I think I would react like the grandma if I was put in that situation. That's why I don't see what she did as so horrible.
Right. Everybody reacts different, so that just might be how she reacts to stress.
I'm the flip out one.
I'm the one that just don't say anything, don't
Yeah.
talk. So, it's just different personalities, I guess.
I just would be satisfied if Quinton gets justice at this point. So worried Summer and Kylie won't. I tell you, I know that they've been doing more searching at Quinton's house recently in the last few hours, and they're searching for something.
Yeah, I've seen somebody put in there they're using dogs, so hopefully they'll find something.
I think the babysitter is an attention seeker and a slacker for keeping abuse to herself, but mostly
true.
Honest. Yes, I totally agree. Thank you. Yeah. You said it very well. You summed it up.
There you go.
Why hasn't his mama, I wouldn't call her that though, spoken up? Haven't seen her on the news or anything. I haven't either, not a peep. Brandy was able to get into their damn Facebooks last night, and now today, can't find them.
He was mad at me because I didn't take no screenshots.
Yes, I was. I was like, you didn't get no pictures or nothing. Because she kept telling me, I was like, Brandy, I'm telling you, it ain't on here. I can't find it. I did in there last night. Don't tell me it ain't on there. I know it was on there. So, yeah, I wish she would have got some because she was showing me all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. They must have had tons of pictures.
Yeah.
Question: do you think that Candace was in a rehab funded by Chris McDonough?
Who knows?
I mean, no, I don't, but I will say I don't say that ain't possible either. All right, I'm going to have to quit taking care of the trolls. Y'all got to help me out with them, or the bots, I mean. I'm sorry.
I was trying, but somebody got it before me.
I think babysitter feels terrible, and damn, could you imagine living and working for someone like that grandma/daughter combo? No, I couldn't, because I haven't put in jail. I'm sorry. That's how I would handle that. And I'm not trying to say Grandma's innocent in anything either, because she knew what her daughter was like apparently. But in her defense, once again though, she was kicking them out. I'm thinking if she would have got him kicked out, maybe she had a plan for that, And, at least, as far as we know, the babysitter was good to him. Okay, so I will give her that. At least he got a break from Mom a lot. So, I'll say that. That's it. Outside of that, she's not done him any favors since.
All right.
Because I'm going to tell you, there are consequences to doing this. And eventually, it's going to come up in one of these cases, and people coming out and talking on YouTube is going to screw up a case. I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Everybody be blaming YouTube for messing up the case.
Yeah. And that's why I've tried to stay away from making videos saying I think people surely did stuff, because then that kid in court, I don't want them playing my damn video. And look, everybody in the country seems to think it was this dude. You know what I'm saying? But something like that could happen.
I think with his case, you can kind of get a feeling of something's not right. Come on, the story's not right. I think a lot of people are on the same page. What do you guys think? I'm sure y'all think probably what we do. The parents probably had something, or the mom and boyfriend had something to do with it.
With Quinton, yeah, I think about all of us probably feel like that.
It just don't make sense, like the pattern of behavior. What is the odds of them calling the babysitter, saying the kids are not coming and him missing? Come on. That same day, that same morning. So.
She was out there trying to provide. Are you talking about Grandma?
Oh, I know. I hate to say anything bad about Grandma. I'm sure she was trying. Somebody has to work and take care of the kids,
There was no fence around the pool from what I heard. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
See, they searched that pool, I know, once. Good. I think they even drained it.
God, he could. That would have been, fell in there, and maybe instead of calling, they done something.
See, that makes you worry like hell hearing that, because they admitted he could get outside,
That would only take, what, a couple minutes. So,
It makes me think whatever happened before they texted her not to come.
I have a feeling it might have happened like that evening, the prior evening, maybe, or that night.
See, and if it did, like say it happened late the day before, that would have given them hours to have gotten him somewhere and cleaned
Figured out
up
the
and
story.
done stuff. But they're back in that house for a reason. I really feel like they seem to be sniffing hard right now. I think they're onto something.
Yeah, and if they had cameras, which I think somebody said they had the sensor go off, the door was open, I'm sure they can narrow stuff down. If they have phones, the cell phone records, they had cameras or sensors in the house. So hopefully this will be solved. I hope there's enough evidence.
Yeah,
I really do.
I do too.
We need one that's solved,
Yeah, we need a win.
Yeah.
Guys, I thank everybody for coming. We appreciate all you guys. Like we said earlier, we got to 7,000. We are tickled to death, and we thank every 7,000 of you for subscribing and watching us and coming, and everybody for supporting us, and from members to super chats to watching. Y'all watch,
Yeah,
I'll
we thank
make
all
it.
of you. Right. Right.
Right.
We got bummed out there for a while, but we're back, and we like going YouTube.
Yeah. It's good. I just got to quit reading comments and I'll be better off.
People are mean,
Thanks everybody for coming. All of you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we're going to play our members video for the way out tonight and sign off.
Right. We might do another live before Monday. If we do, we'll let you know. If not, it'll be Monday morning.
Might do a Saturday.
Maybe.
I'm really thinking about it. Thanks everybody for coming. We'll see you later, guys.
Yeah. See you guys. Nothing new. It's right with her there. It might just be for this live, is what I'm thinking.
How far up is it?
Not too far. Who's that? Look at herself, or the cat. We almost had 300 people at one time, right?
God, she's a fucking member.
I know. I have to go to. I think it was just on this chat. Hopefully, I know. Go to studio. I know. I think I know where it is. It's under. Said members. I think. No customization. Yeah, go there. Maybe.
No,
Basic.
so.
Go to, let's see, comments. It might be under, no, I don't think it's under, you can try. Settings, maybe, no. Yeah, I think it's under there. Community, maybe. Yeah.
God. Oh, moderators. I said, what's all them people, bro?
We need to go through them too, just make sure there's. She in there? I might have just hit her from that one. I don't know. Yeah, there she is. L, yeah. Go down to save. I wish there was a way to send her something. I don't know. I hate that. Not happening to.
We were still